finish line. You can't get there from here.
Strap on your feet bag. Wide Army. Running with scissors.
HWYRT.
HWYRT.
How come you're not running right now? No, seriously, grab some headphones and go for a run while you listen.
Come on, break.
And now, without further ado, here are Bryan and Peter.
I cannot believe, Peter, as we sit here in my house on a Sunday morning, that in 3 days you will be on a plane for about 3 days, heading from Boston to... Are you landing in Tokyo? Is that where it is?
Yes, I'm landing at Narita Airport in Tokyo.
Okay, Boston to Tokyo.
Direct.
That's where you're going to be.
I am.
That's what, it's like tangible how close it's happening.
I mean, if you think about when this episode actually starts hitting earlobes...
Yeah, holes.
It's possible I'm already on the plane. It's possible I've already landed. I would like to listen to this on the plane.
You must.
Thank you.
So we have our mission.
That's the first goal.
Goals and sub-goals for your trip to Japan.
First goal.
Listen to this episode.
While on the 14-hour flight.
That's amazing.
Perfect.
You can... I would go back then. After that, I would go back to episode 1 and just start going.
Go right through them.
Yeah.
That's a good way to eat up the 14 hours.
I get,
Joev would do that.
Good. Well, he'd do it in reverse.
Yeah, backwards.
Okay. Goal number 1. Other goals.
I'm going to try some seafood over there.
What?
I haven't
Hey,
really
what?
talked that up. I'm
Excuse me?
only telling you.
Wait. I have known you for many, many, many years, and you do not feast on things from the ocean.
I don't like it.
But you're going to try. Well, I mean,
I'm over there. When in Rome.
It is the culture.
When in Japan.
Of seafood.
Yeah. So I got to try some stuff.
Okay.
And I'll look to Dave a little bit on that guidance, but also just what looks good, you know?
Yeah.
And I'm sure it won't work. But I'll be able to come back and say, hey, I tried.
I'm not sure it won't work.
It might work. If I come back here and I'm actually digging on some sushi, oh, all right.
Yeah. I mean, the biggest, and we need to have her come on and tell this story, but the biggest dietary transformation I have ever seen in my life is Fast Funny Ellen London.
Oh, yeah.
Who has been a vegetarian pretty much her entire life.
Yeah.
With the pregnancy, her third pregnancy, started eating meat.
Yeah, no, she's big,
huge cravings, and now is like
full
into bacon.
Full carnivore.
Full carnivore.
That's a hard thing to say. Full carnivore.
Full carnivore.
So yeah, gonna try the things with scales. Gonna try the things with gills, the squids, the octi.
Go for it, man.
Octopi.
I'm jealous. I love seafood. I eat sushi all the time.
I know, and people have been saying like, "Wow, what a wasted trip on you."
Well, I will tell. Well, I'm not going to spoil it because we have a missive from one Marathon George who makes a food recommendation too.
All right, I'll listen to it.
Do you want to hear it right now?
No, I want to keep going with goals and sub-goals.
All right, so you're going to listen to the this episode on the plane. You are going to try seafood.
I am going to try it.
And
as many different high-speed trains as I'm allowed to get on that won't take me too far out of our agenda plan, you know, our itinerary.
I don't think that's going to be a problem.
I don't think it's going to be a problem either, but I'm just so darn excited. Now, I have a little empty book that is made for getting the stamps when you go to each station. There's little places inside each train station where you can get an ink stamp to prove that you were in said station.
As if you were on the Henro path searching for kukai.
I'm saying it's like a train kukai.
I love everything about
this. If
this.
kukai took a train, this is what this is.
Wow.
Yeah. Can't wait to show you that when I'm done.
I'm really excited about this.
I'm excited about it too. I'll share a little secret with you.
Okay.
I pretended like last night I was going to go to the airport.
Huh?
So I packed my bag like I was leaving.
Okay.
To see if I could do it because I bought this fancy backpack.
Okay.
And that's all I'm bringing. One backpack.
You're not bringing a roller board and a backpack.
Correct. I'm bringing a backpack.
Can I ask you why you're doing this?
Because I went online. I watched a lot of YouTube videos. I found the highest rated travel backpacks,
Yeah.
especially if you want to do just a backpack, not a rollerboard.
Yeah.
And this is an Air, A-E-R, Air bag. And yeah, it seems to work. I got plenty of room.
I'm not questioning the size or quality of the
the bag.
bag. I'm asking about the decision.
Oh, the
not
decision
to
is-
because like when I travel and I'm not checking a suitcase, like I have a little tiny rollerboard and I just throw that up and then I have the backpack.
Yeah, no, I just want the backpack. I don't
Okay.
want to. I don't want to think more than one bag.
Because you're going to be moving around a lot,
A
right?
lot.
Yeah, okay. I get it.
Staying at, let's see, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, no less than 7 hotels, I think, maybe 8.
Okay. Okay. I get it. And so you have the backpack
Filled it up.
and
Plenty of room still to go.
how many pairs of shoes do you have?
I'm wearing a pair of Brooks Beasts, brand new,
Yeah.
on the plane.
Oh, we talked about those a couple
Yep.
weeks ago.
I have tied them a certain way
I don't know
so
what that means.
so that they can slide on and off because there's
Nice.
no tying and untying.
Right.
There's no time for that. You're taking on and taking off your shoes nonstop.
Oh, once you get into
Yeah.
Japan, yes,
So
it's
they're-
on and off all the time.
They're
right.
a loose fit, but perfectly fine. And I'm going to wear those on the plane. And the reason why I'm going to wear those on the plane is because of their size, not their weight. They're very light, but their size.
Right, they'll take up a huge amount of space in your backpack.
But I have a pair in my bag of slip-on black dress shoes.
Okay.
No ties, they're just slip-on. And they are light, almost equal. I had Anna yesterday test the weight. We think they're almost exact same weight, but they're crushable. They can be like mushed down a little bit.
Oh, so they take up no size at
They
all.
take up real no space. I mean, they take up some space, but you can also put things in them.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm fine.
So you're going to put your Rolex in there.
My Rolex and the keys to my personal jet that I decided not to take.
Passport.
My passport. No, my passport goes in a special pocket because this backpack has a special passport pocket that's hidden.
It's not going to be duct taped to your chest the way I do it.
I have an LL Bean special thing I'm going to wear
Yeah.
because I'm a nut bag.
Yeah.
That I've had for years. I've literally never used it.
Yeah.
But it's like a drawstring
Yeah.
hanging.
Oh, believe me, I did this for years and years and years when I traveled.
Because I will want that on me, not in the bag. But yeah, the shoes question's a good one, and this has come up with me and Dave, as you know, because I've sort of looked for guidance, and he thinks I could probably get away with just the sneakers. But what I know from doing long days in the same pair of shoes, if you're going to go out after going into your hotel room for even just an hour or two for dinner or something, you just want a different feel on your feet.
100%.
So the dress shoes are the way to go. Classic black. I'm only bringing like 2 pairs of pants, both dark. I'm bringing like, can't remember, like 8 or 9 t-shirts, a dress shirt, a very fancy pullover sweater. I'm wearing a sort of light fall winter jacket on the plane with a sweatshirt underneath that. I think I have it all figured out, but it's all very muted and calm and just sort of mellow tones. There's nothing outlandish other than the Star Wars t-shirts I'll wear at the celebration, the Star Wars celebration.
Right.
That's very specific.
No, I go the same way. I have slowly accumulated some very comfortable traveling clothes, most of which have extra sort of little zippers and pockets.
Yeah.
To slide in the passport or the whatever, and I look the same in every travel picture because I'm always wearing the same outfit.
Oh, I'm going to look exactly the same in every photo that gets taken.
Yeah. But I have to say, T-shirts are the big thing. Like, as long as you can put on a fresh T-shirt,
You feel good.
you feel good.
You feel good. And we're going to be able to do
so
laundry.
it sounds like you're going to do laundry once or twice while you're out.
I would think
maybe even more.
Maybe even 3 times.
Yeah.
But I am packing because this bag affords me just enough space. I'm going to could I lift 7 days? Yeah, I could go 7 days.
Wow.
Yeah. So then, you get one wash in there, you'd be all right.
So I did a similar thing. We were in Belfast for a week visiting our daughter. We haven't really talked about that. I got a couple runs in. Not about me, Not that I'm making this about me.
Well, you are a little bit
now,
but that's what we're expecting.
But we did a similar thing. We had laundry facility, so I only
Sure.
packed for 3 days, I think,
sure,
and then
sure.
did laundry in the middle of it.
Yeah,
and
of course.
It was fine. And I stopped by a running store in Belfast.
Oh,
So it was actually St. Patrick's Day. We were in Belfast, and we were walking in the general direction of where there was going to be a parade. It was 10:30 in the morning, and we stopped by this place called Pure Running Belfast.
awesome.
And I just said, well, I always love picking up a T-shirt from a local running store. Why
absolutely.
not?
Why not?
We walk in, we're looking around, less than 60 seconds.
Yeah.
Michael, who turns out to be the owner, says, "Oh, where are you from?" "Boston." "Let me tell you my Boston story." And then
Awesome.
the crack starts within 2
Awesome.
seconds. And so we hear his whole Boston story, which was hilarious. And maybe somehow I'll get him to tell it because, I am a podcast host about running.
Sure.
Did I bring my phone out and hit voice recorder
Yeah,
and
sure you
do
did.
an interview?
Are we
No.
going to listen to that now?
Yeah, no, I didn't do that, unfortunately. I did buy a T-shirt, though.
Great job.
And I took a great picture at Harvard Stadium last week and posted that on the internets and sent it over to Michael. And he was like, "Thank you. Love seeing our T-shirts
There you go.
out and about in the world."
Great.
But if you ever find yourself in Belfast, go to Pure Running. But so here's the funny thing. I wake up in the morning on St. Patrick's Day. I look out the window of the place we're staying, and I see people who are clearly runners.
Yeah.
They're wearing shorts. It's like 45 degrees and little running jackets. And just in twos and threes, they're walking up sort of the main street. Like, what on earth is going on here? So I quickly look up on the internet.
Yeah.
There's a 6K.
There it is.
And it's within sight of where I am. Now, I thought, well, I was planning on going for a run this morning. Do I join this 6K?
Yes.
It was sold out, unfortunately.
Oh.
But I ran a route that brought me toward the finish. And it turns out it was, I don't know. I don't have anything to say about it. It was like a normal 6K in a city. It was like
6K.
Yeah, that's kind of a funny distance, isn't it?
Yeah.
But by the time I started coming around, the finishers, the first finishers were coming the other way. They were moving pretty fast. But it was a whole thing. People were in costumes. It was St. Patrick's Day. Like,
It's crazy.
It was both
Yeah.
fun and goofy and whatever. And so it was just like great to see the similar sort of running culture happening there as happens here.
Well, it's a universal language, Brian.
I guess it is. And I said to Michael, like, I love local running stores because that's really the heart of any running community.
It's true.
It's your local running store. So shout out to Pure Running Belfast.
Well, now that you've said that,
Yes.
goals, sub-goals.
Yeah, that's what I was trying to seed this into your thoughts.
I'm going to tell you that I'm going to make Dave find us a running store.
Mm-hmm.
I'm also going to say that somewhere in this trip, he and I are going to run together.
Yeah.
I'm going to say it's probably not in Tokyo.
Mm-hmm.
I'm going to say it's probably in his hometown of Okayama.
I love it. Go past some of those castles.
We'll see.
Mm-hmm.
So more to come on that.
Are you cherry blossom season?
It's going to be tough. Toward the end of my stay, we are going super north just before I come back. And it's possible we'll catch it.
Nice.
So I can't, I think he's getting it. Probably he's listening to this right now, looking out his window and going, no, you're going to miss it, buddy.
There's only so many petals.
There's only
on those
so many
trees.
puddles.
Puddles?
Puddles? If it rains. And it actually is going to be raining while I'm there. But it's not the official rainy season. They have 5 seasons.
What?
Yeah. In Japan, there's 5 seasons.
Okay.
There's summer.
Summer.
There's fall.
Fall.
There's winter.
This sounds very familiar to our seasons.
There's spring.
Spring.
There's the rainy season.
Oh.
Then there's summer.
I see.
So
That's what you're in now? Or
Nope.
About to. Oh, you're good.
I will not see the rainy season.
Nice.
That's usually June.
Okay. Can I ask a question in total geographical ignorance?
I'm probably right there with you.
Will you see Mount Fuji, the famous snow-covered Mount Fuji?
I'll definitely see it because you can't not see it when you're in the Tokyo region.
I love everything about your trip now.
I don't know when I'll see it.
Mm-hmm.
I'll shout from the rooftops.
Is it like Seattle when the big mountain
When the mountain
Mount
comes
Rainier?
out. Yeah, when the mountain comes out.
Everybody knows it.
Yeah, you know it.
Wow.
It's very exciting. So I'm looking forward to it. And, good luck without me. You'll be fine.
We'll manage, and by we, I mean I.
Can you pretend for the rest of the show
Yeah.
like I've already left and show me what you would do? And I'll be like a disembodied ghost. And I'll have little comments that you may or may not be able to hear depending on how hard I yell them. What would you do next? Like right now, for example, clearly this segment's come to a close.
Yeah.
Oh, wait. I do want to do one more thing when I'm over there.
Okay.
And that's use the Osens. I want to go in. Osen is the public bath, the hot. You go and you scrub yourself clean, and then you get into the hot tubs.
Nice.
Yeah, so I'm going to be using several Osens.
Fantastic.
So I'll tell you all about that.
All right.
And you just get naked in front of all these people. But I'm good with that.
No comment.
You can imagine. So that's the other thing. When you think about I'm not really here.
I don't have any comment on public nudity.
Disembodied ghost thing. Pretend I'm a disembodied ghost that's clearly naked when he's talking to you. Because why would a ghost wear clothes? Can we talk about that for a second? Isn't that weird?
Well, if you're a ghost, though, why wouldn't you could wear whatever clothes you want?
Why would you wear clothes, though?
Why wouldn't you?
So if a bear dies and
Yeah.
comes back as a ghost, does it decide to put on like a sweatsuit?
Well, I don't think bears have that. It's not really in their thought pattern.
But now you're a ghost.
Yeah.
I'm just saying.
But as a human, you wore clothes.
Sometimes.
Bears don't wear clothes.
Not all the time.
They don't ever.
Yogi does.
Not a real bear.
I mean, that's for debate.
So, I mean, your question is a good one.
Thank you.
But I don't really know what a ghost would be. You know, when you really think about what is a ghost.
Well, here's an interesting one. Is a ghost the sort of astral projection of a person's identity and soul? In which case, maybe their self-image is so ingrained with their clothing that perhaps they are show. But maybe this is why apparitions don't seem in total. Maybe it's just like you get a blouse and then it just sort of trails off. You know, you get a chemise and then not a whole lot of leg.
Maybe because they don't exist.
Oh, I'm sure that that's true. I'm just saying, like, you could make an argument as to why when you say an apparition happens, it's a figure-like, but it's not figure-defined.
Sure.
Like, maybe they have a hat on. Maybe
Yeah, but
they
also,
don't.
who knows? Like, okay, I will dive into this pool with you and say, well, maybe what's happening is that the quote-unquote soul or whatever of the deceased is coming through from another dimension. Well, but it is our own filters that put the clothes on them.
We have to
if
put
we're
them.
going to recognize them, we need to see them as we knew them.
What if they're just a ball of luminescence, confusion, and emotion?
Well,
let's
that
say.
would make a lot more sense.
And then we have to put that, what we're seeing, into a framework.
Right.
So we're the ones putting the clothes on the dead bear.
Again, I'm very unlikely going to see the ghost of a bear.
You think? Okay, but maybe you are. How do you know when you see a bear it's not a ghost of a bear? You don't really know.
I'm pretty sure every bear I've seen has been a real bear.
You're sure?
Yeah. Yeah. How about you? Are you sure every person you've seen has been a live?
No, I'm
not a ghost?
No, I'm not.
Really?
I'm going to a city, an international city of Tokyo, Japan.
Tokyo, Japan.
Millions of people.
So many.
I don't know if they're all alive. I can't tell you. I can't tell you they are. No, it would be wrong for me. Like, yeah, they're all alive. Every single one I see.
I mean, I guess.
And I'll say something else about the Japanese culture. They have a really big ghost story culture.
Yeah.
That's just pretty much what they do. So goals and sub-goals, maybe I'll see a ghost.
Well, good luck to you on that. I can't wait to hear more about it. Again, if it was just me and you were a ghost and I was just doing this show on my own.
Yeah, this is what I'm talking about.
I don't know. I always need someone else to play off of. I mean, I can riff, I can talk about myself, but no one wants to hear that.
No one does.
I mean, we started the show off last week with that.
We got a lot of notes.
5-minute monologue.
Yep, a lot of notes came in about that.
But no, I
people are
would
worried
like
about
to have a
people
conversation.
are worried about me leaving because they're not sure what will happen.
Hey, you want to talk to? You want to hear from George Woodward?
Do you mean Marathon George?
That's him.
Who's that?
Well, that's George Woodward right there.
Marathon George.
Go catch that sheep.
Hey, Bryan and Peter. It's GW, Marathon George, with an update. So, training's gone fantastic. I'm ready for Boston, except last Thursday, while running a marathon pace run in Cincinnati, I tripped and fell, landed on a root or a rock, and fractured the 10th rib on the left-hand side. So, we will see. What will Boston be? I've got 2.5 weeks to recover, and hopefully I'll get myself to a place where I can at least finish. Peter, little piece of advice. I've been to Japan a bunch. Very lucky to have been able to do that. The most fantastic food that I have in Japan is tempura. There's nothing like it in the United States. There's nothing like it anywhere else in the world, as far as I know. The tempura in Japan is absolutely fantastic. Make it a point to have a tempura dinner if you get a chance. And on shoes, I don't look at my soles. My soles wear out. I just watch my mileage. 300 miles, those shoes are gone. Hope you guys are fantastic. And how was your run today?
Bryan, that's a major Marathon George update. You've been keeping that quiet for me. I'm shocked right now. I'm upset. I have feelings. George, please get better. I am so sorry about your rib, but I mean, it's your 10th one, right? Like, who cares, right?
Well, if it hurts to breathe.
Well, that's bad. I don't know where that's located. Is it up or down? Which way do you start?
I think it's way down.
He's fine.
Well,
he could rub some dirt on that. He'll be fine.
I can tell you as an update, I saw George on Friday at Hills, and I think he did get in. I think he ran a mile sort of several days after.
Yeah.
And he's been working with his folks to get up to speed. And they said basically what he said to me was, well, I can't do more damage. So you run as the pain allows.
Okay.
Right. So I think he ran 4 miles. And I think he even did this weekend a half marathon.
Yeah.
So I don't think he's going to push it, but I think he's still got some time to heal. So, and it's kind of going to be an extended taper. Low volume taper.
We're now just as this goes out, we're just about 2 weeks away.
Right.
All right. Godspeed there, George. Thank you for the tempura suggestion. I think I know myself pretty well, George. And if it's fried, I'll probably eat it. So your advice is going to be heeded, I think, at least once, maybe 15, 20 times. So I will get back to you on all of that. Thank you.
Feel better, George. Now, I have another missive from George.
Wait.
Yes.
Huh?
So he offered to give tips and tricks for marathon weekend for runners.
Okay, is the first one to fall down and break their 10th rib?
No, don't do that.
Oh, don't do that.
Yeah, don't do what
That's
he
the
does.
tip. Okay,
do what he says. But there's a lot going on, and especially if you're coming into town and you've got friends or family that are coming in, and how do they watch?
Oh, okay.
And,
yeah.
There's temptations with the expo and everything else. So he's done it so many times.
Yes, he has.
And I think he's made all the mistakes, and he's done it all right also. So I think it'll be a good guide for anybody who is running Boston.
Well, let's hear that, because it's going to make me sad to be out of the country to miss Marathon Day, because it is one of the greatest, if not the greatest day of the year in Boston. So this will help me while I'm on the plane jetting away from here. Tips and tricks for marathon weekend.
The Boston Marathon is a fantastic race, but it has complicated logistics and unique challenges. Hi, this is Marathon George with a few tips on how to have your very best Boston experience. Marathon week in Boston is filled with all kinds of interesting and fun things to see and do. From panel discussions to product launches to shakeout runs, every running brand is doing something cool. But choose carefully. It's easy to do too much. And remember, you need those legs. The expo opens on Friday, and if you can, it's the very best day to go. If you avoid the opening 90 minutes, you will have the shortest lines. Saturday and Sunday are both busy, but the afternoons tend to be a little less crazy. But the same caution applies. Don't spend too much time on your feet. After you pick up your numbers, stroll down Boylston Street to the finish line for some pictures. I think it's bad luck to cross the line before race day, so if you're like me, come close, but don't step over the line. Boston's weather is varied and unpredictable. Come prepared for hot, cold, or wet, or all three. In 2018, it was 40 with driving rain. In 2012, it was 80 and sunny. The forecast might say one thing, and on race day, you get something else. Be prepared for Athletes Village, where you wait for your start time. Bring throwaway pants, sweatshirt, warm hat, gloves. They're all on my must-have list. And no matter the weather, the ground in the village is going to be cold and wet. So my favorite tip is to bring a new shower curtain. They come in a very small package. They're very cheap, and you can sit on it or wrap it around you or cover yourself if it rains. The course is a tough one for family and friends to see you. Traffic's crazy on race day, and so it's hard to get around. Seeing the start is impossible. Seeing the finish line is pretty hard. A couple of suggestions. The Framingham train station is a great spot and allows you time to get to the finish area to meet up with your runner. My favorite spot is Firehouse Hill, just past 17.5 miles. There's lots of space on the runner's left, and it's a point where seeing friendly faces can really help. Lastly, your phone and the race app. I don't run with a phone, but you sure can. The only thing we use the race app for is tracking runners. You can put in a runner's number or name and get updates about your runner's progress. Just know it can be slow or late to notify you. Have a fantastic week in Boston.
Now that was a trove of information.
Wow, he's really doing it.
Yeah, he's really doing it. And he has another one specifically for Boston runners on the day, just like how do you do the day and what is the race plan?
That is confusing.
Right.
As someone who's done it twice, even if I were to do it again, I still need a refresher.
And what do you mentally prepare for those hours that you'll be running? So that was so amazing for the weekend and everything. So while you're away, I'm going to manage to put a show out.
What?
And it may only be George's tips and tricks chapter 2, but we'll put some. I don't know, the specter.
I'm here in the room.
The specter of Peter Villas here.
You're doing a show without me.
Peter, can you put a robe on or something? It's very
This
uncomfortable.
is how God made me, Bryan.
Boy. Wow.
This is who I am. Nether regions in the nether world.
Well, thank you for taking your shoes off at least.
Well, yeah.
I mean, come on.
I died in Japan, apparently.
So there we are.
Okay. Thank you, Marathon George. That's a great.
Come on, break.
Bryan, we've gone pretty far deep into this episode, and I have failed to ask you the question that matters the most. And I know you have an answer for it. How was your run today?
Well, what a unique and wonderful question. Thank you, Peter. My run was, okay, here it is. I did reach out to the community and say, anybody want to write me a race plan for June 22nd, 21st? What day is it? What day is that solstice? Anyway.
It's the longest day of the year. It's Saturday, June 21st, 2025.
Thank you. And who stepped up to the plate? Professor Lollypop.
Oh.
Eureka! I've done it again!
And he sent me a plan, and it is a lot.
He does do things big.
It's very straightforward.
He's a very forthright man.
But there's miles. There's miles on there.
There's miles.
We've added some miles, and I started doing that this week, and so I was already tired on Friday after Hills.
Sure.
And Saturday I had other plans, so I didn't do that, but I ran today.
So today was a long?
Today was the long, slow run, very, very, very slow.
And how many miles, sir?
And my legs were still tired from the week. It was supposed to be 12.
12 miles?
I did log 12. There were many walk breaks.
God.
There was a point at which the rain was coming down. I was at about 10 miles. I was coming downhill. And I honestly, this is a thing about running. I couldn't tell if I was crying.
Right.
Or if the rain was... I was having...
That's my favorite.
An emotional release that was so significant.
Yes, deep, cathartic release.
Guttural noises were coming. And you talk about a naked bear. That's what I felt like.
Yeah, yeah.
And I kept wiping my eyes, thinking, "Wow, this rain is really heavy," and it was. But I think I think it was all coming out.
It was heavy because you were bringing a lot with it.
I sure was.
Yeah.
And I kept thinking, like, why is this so hard? Like, okay, I understand. My calves are tight. My quads are tight because I've been putting on some extra miles. Sure. But now we're 10 miles in. Things have loosened up, and dude, it was so slow.
Yeah.
There was a lot of walking.
Yeah.
But, of course, at the end, who has ever said, I wish I hadn't gone and done that
No, man.
run?
You banged out 12.
I didn't bang it out. I completed 12 miles.
You got banged by 12.
It hit me over and over and over again. There were a lot of body blows.
Yes. You do look
tired.
Good. Worse for wear.
Withered.
You look
like a ghost.
Used. I would definitely say you're not mint on card. That's a toy reference.
Well,
but you are not fresh?
No.
No.
So we'll see how this coming up week happens and how I feel with it. So the mileage is up a little.
Oh my gosh, look at you. That was a big yawn.
Yeah, I had to yawn. We'll see what happens.
Was that the most you've run in a long time?
Yeah.
Distance-wise, I mean.
Last month, before I got the plan, March, was my highest mileage month in like 15 months.
Well, because
it was not a lot of miles.
But you and Will had done some serious runs. Had you scratched double digits?
Will and I think, ran 2 or 3 half marathons, running to breweries from his house last year. But, that would be in a week of otherwise
no
3 miles.
Yeah, okay.
Right?
So you're saying you had some other significant workouts this week.
Yeah.
And you capped it here with a long run to get your mileage up.
Right, not including like 20-minute extra minutes on the elliptical with every time I go to the gym.
Sure.
This and that.
You're doing it for real.
Oh,
you're bringing it.
I'm so tired.
But this is the early days.
I guess.
And you'll get it. I'm going to come back.
Yeah.
You're going to be just fresh as a daisy and taut. You're going to be taut and tight.
I'm probably going to be pretty tired.
Well, what about while I'm away? When I come visit you.
When you come back.
Very exciting. Well, you look great. You want to ask about my run? Because I haven't done one. I ran to the backpack, filled it up with a lot of clothes.
Well, you have stuff going on.
I got some stuff going on, but yeah, should I get out there before I leave? Yeah, maybe.
Maybe.
I think a run in the morning before I get on a 14-hour flight's the way to go.
That might not be a bad idea. Yep. It's a short one.
Yeah, just shake out.
Just to get things moving around.
Just to get the blood flowing.
Right.
Yeah, before the compression socks go on.
Get those babies on.
Bam! Brand new. Copper fit.
Wore those back and forth to Ireland and California.
Changes the game.
Loved it.
100%.
All right, Peter, we have a decision to make.
Oh my gosh, okay.
here it is.
Wow.
We have a race coming up on the solstice in June.
June 21st is a Saturday.
We have many, many, many potential titles sent in from our listeners.
Okay.
We need to choose one.
How are we doing it? Just picking out of a hat? What are we
Yes,
doing?
pretty much.
Okay, let's do it.
All right.
I'm ready.
So I'm going to ask you to pick from category or grouping A, B, or C.
We're going B.
Okay. Now I'm going to pick a number, including 1 and 10, between 1 and 10.
7.
So, Peter, you're not going to believe this.
I'm not.
Here you go, B7. This would have been Shorter Tomorrow Ultra from Kelly.
That's perfect. I think that's right. It would be when we do it. That's true. And also, I'm going to remember that title while we're doing it because I'm going to be saying it a lot. This would have been shorter if it was tomorrow.
Well, we are going to the only other one that we would have said over and over and over again would have been like, just another minute,
Just
man.
Another minute, man.
But
trail.
This would have been Shorter Tomorrow Ultra.
So that's it. Now
This
people
Ultra would have been
can
shorter
people
tomorrow.
start signing up now?
You don't sign up for a made-up event.
We have to tell people where to gather if they want to be a part of it.
Yes, we'll have to do that. Why don't I do that while you're away?
Do that so not only where people could gather to start and when,
Yeah.
but also if they just want to do any part of it, we just need to let people know the route.
Okay. I'm on it.
You got that while I'm gone?
I'm on it.
Because I have to.
Just know June 21st,
Yeah.
Saturday, sometime in the morning, 25-ish miles,
Yeah.
starting in downtown Boston.
25-ish Finkel.
What?
25-ish Finkel
Well,
miles.
it would have been shorter tomorrow.
It would have been. Hey, I can't wait to see you again. It's going to be a little bit of a break here for me, not for you.
No, I'm going to keep grinding.
I can't wait. I can't wait to see a show up that I had nothing to do with.
That we'll probably go down to the Boston Public Library, do a 3-hour.
Don't do that. No.
Show
live marathon
for the
show.
marathon
Do you
show.
have a live marathon show planned?
No.
God. But that would be cool if you did.
That would be horrible.
No, that'd be fine.
It'd be a lot of work.
Who's your co-host?
I have no idea.
Oh, I can't wait.
This is called Seat of Your Pants Podcasting, Peter.
Well, that's very good. I'll be wearing a kimono,
If that.
if you're lucky. I'll see you when I'm back.
It's almost like the return of Lance Mallory.
No, it's a different voice.
I know.
Because Lance was, what was Lance? I don't know how to do Lance anymore.
That's good.
No, this is just me.
Yeah.
After the change.
You were in a spectral form.
I had the seafood. The poisoned
Don't
seafood.
eat the blowfish.
I thought it was a delicacy.
No, don't.
Oh, well.
You should find out what the Japanese word for blowfish is, because don't order that.
I probably won't do that.
Good job.
Tempura.
Have a wonderful trip, Peter.
Thank you very much. I can't wait to see you and on the way back and give you all the updates.
Good day.
Good day. Happy marathon, everybody. I'll miss it.
All right.
See you in a bit.
Bye.
Lance Mallory. He grew up in Australia, but he lost the accent. I just ran a 10K. Lance Mallory.